Ladies, ladies, we are here tonight on the show. And tonight I want to talk about the Steelers. So there's a lot of shit going on with the Steelers lately. There just is. So about for a year, almost a year now, that even two, they were arguing about what the hell they're gonna do with Le'Veon Bell. Are they gonna franchise tag him? Are they gonna sign him to a long-term contract? Are they going to are they going to just let him go in free agency? And last year he didn't even show up. They couldn't agree to nothing. He didn't want to sign the franchise tag again for the second straight year, and so he decided to sit out the entire season. Now he's planning to walk away in free agency. Le'Veon Bell's a top 3 running back. I am sorry. You need to pay this man. Are you serious? You're just gonna let him walk in free agency? I've always said that, running backs, it is all about the offensive line, but still, this is a top 3 running back, man. He's really good. But whatever, you want to let your running back go. You don't want to waste a lot of money on your running back. I understand that. Like I said, I've always said it's more of a line. Any Division I running back can run if you have a good offensive line. Open up the holes. But that's one thing. The other thing is what now is happening, and that is that Antonio Brown, another top 3 wide receiver in this league, is not happy and wants a trade or a release. WTF is going on here? So 2 of your top 3 players want out of your team. What the hell is going on? Tammy. It's a few things, but one is head coach Mike Tomlin. He's way too of a pushover. He needs to get his head out of his ass. And now he really can, because you can't go from a pushover to now being strict. In high school, I used to have a teacher. She was a very pushover. I have to use the restroom. Sure. Can I get a Kleenex? Sure. Can I go get a drink of water? Sure. Can I? Oh, at one point, I think one of my friend's girlfriend was in the hallway and can I go talk to my girlfriend real fast? She's like, yeah, sure. She would say yes to everything. She was a yes woman, and she couldn't, we had a few yes women, in our high school, and then when they were, when some of them would try to get strict, we would just not even take it seriously, because we knew it. They established their personalities as being pushovers. So once you try to be strict, we didn't even take it seriously. They were screaming, almost seemed like they were about to cry. Out of frustration, we would just laugh. And that's what Mike Tomlin is right now. He's been such of a pushover with his players that now, even if he wants to change his ways and act serious and act strict, they're not going to take him seriously, because he established a personality of being a pushover. And with being a pushover comes, guys don't give a shit about anything. Guys break loose, show late to practices, show late to meetings, show late to filming studies, show late maybe to even the airport to take an airplane. Maybe if you're supposed to wear a suit when you're on the road, they don't wear a suit. Maybe they don't wear the tie. And the coach doesn't do anything about it. So all of a sudden you lose the discipline. You lose authority as the head coach. I feel that's going on here. There's just too much freedom, I feel. And I think Mike Tomlin is a fantastic coach. I've always said, though, I felt like he did win a lot when he won his championships, he made 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1-1. It was with Bill Cowher's players. To this day, he's using Bill Cowher's quarterback. So it's almost like, the whole theory with John Gruden using Tony Dungy's players. Same thing here. You can argue that he won that Super Bowl with Bill Cowher's players. And, you can still argue that the entire time he's been there, he's used Bill Cowher's quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. But it is out of control here. And now Ben Roethlisberger, same thing. He's such a diva too. As every Thursday, I think during the season, he goes on a radio show where he just literally throws a temper tantrum for everything. He points a finger at Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, the offensive line, the defense, the coaching staff. He doesn't seem to take enough blame to himself for his mistakes. He's always saying it's this guy's fault, this guy's fault, this guy's fault. you know. So between Mike Tomlin being a pushover and not being strict enough with his players, and Ben Roethlisberger being a drama queen and pointing fingers at everybody and not looking himself in the mirror and sometimes saying, you know what, it was just my fault. I can see guys not wanting to be there. I can see Antonio Brown saying, fuck this, I want to go somewhere else. I can see Le'Veon Bell saying, fuck this, I want to go somewhere else. If I'm the Steelers, I'm like, you're Tomlin, like I said, he established himself already as a pushover. Even if you want to, guys are not going to take you seriously if now you try to be a strict coach. So tell me, I know the Steelers are not too big on firing coaches. And, if I fire Mike Tomlin, it's not because he's a bad coach. I think he's a good coach. I just think he's too much of a pushover. Players have too much authority. Players have too much freedom. Players have too much freedom. And I'm like, if I'm the Rooney family, I'm like, you know what? Let's just make a coaching move here and let's hire somebody that can be more strict because we love Mike Tomlin. We think he's an excellent football coach, but he does not seem to be a good off the field coach, a locker room coach. I mean, because look, you're losing a top 3 running back and a top 3 wide receiver, and I think a lot of it has to do with Mike Tomlin just losing complete control of the team. So if I'm the Steelers, I'm like, why do we love you as a head coach? But as a man in the locker room, as a man off the field, you suck more ass than Tiger Woods when he had his affairs. And I think it's fair to really try to fire him for that because Juju Smith-Schuster said it. I apologize. Juju Smith-Schuster said in an interview a few weeks ago, he said, we all need to stop pointing the fingers at everybody and look each other in the mirror. I agree with Juju Smith-Schuster. I really do. I think there's a lot of finger pointing here by Ben Roethlisberger, the franchise quarterback. I think Tomlin doesn't have authority of the team. Once didn't he Antonio Brown after a big win? Didn't he film the coach's victory speech in the locker room? Like, what the hell are you doing? They have no authority over their players to the coaching staff. Players have too much freedom. It's a mess over there. It's a mess. Ben Roethlisberger doesn't want to look himself in the mirror and blame himself for anything. He's always pointing fingers left and right at everybody else when it's not the. Remember when it was Todd Haley? Todd Haley's an idiot. I don't agree with him at all. Fuck him. Get him out of here. He's out of there. They're still having problems now. I mean, Le'Veon Bell, which I agree, he wants his money. Now the offensive line, they don't, they made a huge celebrations every time this year one of the other running backs would score, almost like trying to show him, hey, almost like trying to tell him, hey, we don't even need you here, Le'Veon Bell. We could just do it with these other running backs. It's a huge mess. I really think it's a huge mess. Everybody seems to do whatever the hell they want. And tell me, you need to fire Mike Tomlin. I'm sorry. I love Mike Tomlin as a football coach, but as a man trying to lead a man off the field, I don't like him. I think he's a pushover. And I think once you show you're a pushover, you can never go back to being, you can never be strict. Once you're a pushover forever. And if you're trying to act tough and strict, people are just going to say you're a fake. So, you're a fake. You're being fake. Which one is it? Are you a pushover? Or are you strict? Most likely you're a pushover. If you're a pushover from the start, you'll always be a pushover. Even when you try to be strict, you'll be a pushover. So tell me, I'm firing Mike Tomlin. I'm sorry. I don't know, maybe next year, whenever. It might be a little bit too late this year. But I mean, it's unbelievable. You're losing everybody. Everybody. Ben Roethlisberger, how many times has he talked about retirement? Because he's also like tired of this shit. It's a whole mess. It's a big mess. Everybody seems sick of everybody. And I think a lot of it has to do with Mike Tomlin not having authority over the team and just letting everybody do and say whatever the hell they want. Simple as that. It's just a shame. One of the best teams in football, maybe top quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, top 10. Le'Veon Bell, top 3 running back. Antonio Brown, top 3 wide receiver. And all of this is about to fucking fall apart. It's sad to see. It really is. It sucks. I don't know what to say, man. If I was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, I don't know. I feel sorry for the Steelers fans, man. Can you imagine that big team and now they want to break up? That really sucks. They haven't even won a championship together. Ben Roethlisberger never won a championship with Antonio Brown. He's never won a championship with Antonio Bell. Le'Veon Bell. It really sucks. It really, really sucks. This team's about to come apart. And I think a lot of it has to do with Mike Tomlin. He has no rules. He's too much of a pushover. And I think at this moment, everybody has respect him. Everybody has lost respect for him. And I feel like guys like Antonio Brown think this is just too much of a mess. Get me the hell out of here. Same thing with Le'Veon Bell. You're not going to pay me. You're going to franchise tag me multiple years. This locker room's a mess. I'm getting the hell out of here. I don't blame these guys. It is a mess. It's a mess. Can you imagine having that big, talented team and instead you want to play in San Francisco? That's what Antonio Brown said. He'd rather play in San Francisco. Can you imagine? That's how bad of a locker room must be that he'd rather go to San Francisco, shitty-ass San Francisco, than being on that great, talented Pittsburgh Steelers team. That just tells you how terrible things are in the Steelers. It really does. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section what you think. Should they fire Mike Tomlin or not? I think they should. I think he's lost total control of the football team. Let me know in the comment section. Until next time, I'm out like a light, out like a light, out like a light. Holla! What the hell's happening?